We asked ChatGPT for the top 100 questions that people asked Google about their hair.
Number 28. What is the survival rate of transplanted grafts?
Some early work was done on this way back when, people were starting to move to individual follicular units. A follicular unit would be one graft, like a little 1, 2, or 3 hair graft. And they initially started by making a tiny little 1 centimeter square box and planting 20 individual single haired grafts in that box and then waiting to see what grew. Well, surprisingly, over 100% grew. They had chosen an area of a person's head on the back that didn't look like it had any hair. So they were wondering, why would more hair grow initially than was there to begin with? And so they did the experiment again. They took a little tiny 1 centimeter box and they put in 20 single haired follicular units. And once again, more hair grew that had initially been there. Actually, more hair grew that time than it did the first time. These initial experiments were done, I think it's Dr. Perez Mesa, at the Orlando Live Surgery Workshop. And I think they were also done with Mike Beener and some other luminaries in our field. These are people that if you are in the hair transplant industry, you know these people. And they're just wonderful giants to be standing on the shoulders of. So when we figured out that you might actually be able to get more grafts than you have transplanted, well, then it came down to why. So the reason that you might get more grafts growing than you transplanted would be either a single hair graft turns into a 2, or there were hairs in that area that now that there's additional blood supply, because you put more grafts in there and they develop their own blood supply, woke up and decided to also grow. How would you be able to tell the difference? Anyone who has already got the hair growing isn't going to let you go back in there, biopsy it, take it back out, because once you've sliced it, you can't put it back in, and now they won't be able to grow that hair. It's probably a combination of both of those factors. It's probably both that single hair follicular units sometimes grow into 2 hair follicular units or 3 hair follicular units, but you can't tell from the surface. Or it's probably also the case that maybe there's some hair still surviving in that area that we wake up with a hair transplant. The survival rate of your grafts, if you're doing hair transplant, should be over 95%, hands down. Otherwise, you shouldn't be doing a hair transplant. And if you don't know your survival rate of your grafts, then you shouldn't be doing a hair transplant either. This is not for just doing once a month. You should be dedicated. This should be your craft. And if your survival rate is below standard norms, then maybe reconsider and go more towards the other things that you're better at. And I know that that's maybe a controversial opinion, but I really feel like we should do the best for our patients that we possibly can.